Wow. I mean, I've got to ask you, because this is altering my view of how I've responded, because doctors in the past, this is the first time I've heard this, about the comfort being what did you say?
Aging is the aggressive pursuit of comfort.
Aging is the aggressive pursuit of comfort, because doctors saying stress is the biggest thing. You have to avoid stress. You need to chill.
Worst thing you can do.
No, I understand. But my response is, well, I'm stressed out. I need to chill. Instead of I'm stressed out, I need to have some exertion.
Yes.
That's not what I've been doing.
Yeah.
I've been like, oh, I need to just go take a nap because I'm stressed out. I need to go stare at the wall.
The more stressed you are, the more important it is to strengthen. Like when you go to the doctor and they say, get stress out of your life. You're like, okay, how am I going to get stress out of my life? Get a divorce, never talk to my kids again, and quit my job? Like, that doesn't make any sense, right? Like, get everything out of my life that brings me stress.
So the way to get rid of stress is exertion?
The way that we get the way to not succumb to stress is to strengthen the body. So for example, by stressing yourself, I call it apply a thermogenic stress. So you do 3 things every morning. You breathe, you apply weight bearing stress, and you apply thermal stress. If you do those 3 things every single morning.
Hold on. Breathe for the oxygen.
Breathe for 3 rounds of 30 breaths.
And do some sort of resistance training.
Yeah, resistance training. Yeah, weights or even body weight exercises.
Some sort of resistance training.
Yes, it is complete nonsense that you cannot.
And then hot or cold.
And then hot or cold. Extreme hot or extreme cold. An ice cold shower, as cold as you can take it. A hot sauna. I would prefer not a hot shower, but an ice cold shower or a sauna or a cold plunge, right? Or getting outside and exposing your skin to cold temperatures, right? These not only release sirtuins, which are survival genes, and increase your metabolic rate, and force oxygen back to the brain and to the core, and release cold shock proteins, which scour the blood of free radical oxidation, increase the rate of protein synthesis, and they're free. And when you're done challenging your body, you feel amazing on the other side of it. My drug of choice is a 3-minute cold plunge. I'm not kidding you. I mean, and people that are listening to this that actually do cold plunges on a regular basis will tell you.
You planted a virus in my brain now, because it's like I don't like a cold plunge.
Everybody hates it. I hate it every time I get in there. But this is a part of seeking comfort.
Yes, I understand. But the seeking comfort thing is a very good mental thing, because like I'm stressed out by the thought of it.
Yes.
Right. And I watch like the David Goggins of the world that are just pushing, stress.
I'm not talking about yourself to the point where you break.
I understand that, but I do kind of appreciate the toughness of it, the strength of it, the mental challenge of it, because I went this completely other way, which is I need to chill. Instead of I need to add some resistance,
right? In
different forms. Like my body has to like react against the cold.
Yeah. The next time you're really stressed out, stand up, walk out of the room, do 3 rounds of 30 deep breaths with a breath hold in between. And if you have access to a cold shower or a cold plunge, get in a cold shower for 3 minutes or into a cold plunge for 3 minutes. Dry off, put your clothes back on, and go back to what you're doing and tell me how you feel.
Really?
Oh my God. I mean, every elevated emotional state that we can feel is nothing more than neurotransmitters bound to oxygen. All the elevated emotional states, passion, elation, joy, arousal, libido, all the hell yeah, I won the lottery emotions, all these emotional states require oxygen as a part of their molecular structure. And where are they being constructed? In the brain with neurotransmitters. So if I can flood the brain with oxygen, and I have those neurotransmitters available, I'll reach an elevated emotional state. The reason why no human being has ever woken up laughing, for example, is because we can't wake up laughing because we don't have the oxidative state to experience laughter. We can wake up angry because anger does not require oxygen as a part of its molecular structure. So anger, resentment, despair, jealousy, all of the lower tier emotional states are readily accessible to all of us. But to access elevated emotional states, we don't do this through self-help, motivation, reading, waking in gratitude, journaling. That's not what's going to help you sustain an elevated emotional state. What will help you sustain an elevated emotional state is adequate raw materials in the human body. The neurotransmitters you need to feel that emotional state, number 1, and number 2, adequate levels of oxygen. Breathwork and a cold plunge will do more to elevate your emotional state than any other form of activity.
So grounding,
breathing,
sunlight,
first light,
grounding, first light, cold and hot,
cold
breathing,
showers, breathwork,
resistance
training.
And
I mean,
what's the quote again? The comfort quote?
Aging is the aggressive pursuit of comfort. Aging is aging is the aggressive pursuit of comfort.
I'm putting that on my mirror forever.
I promise you, if your morning's hard, your day will be easy. Promise you that. And if you challenge your body, and I'm not talking about extreme challenges, if you expose it to cold, do a little weight bearing exercise, apply thermal stress, do some weight bearing exercise, do some breath work in the morning, all of which can be done inside of 30 minutes, it will change the entire trajectory of your day. And what you just said about your anti-aging doctor talking about muscle being a huge marker for longevity, muscle is our metabolic currency, meaning it determines our metabolic rate, which determines how much, our circulation, it determines so many things. It holds the entire skeleton together. It's one of the largest organs that we have. It also determines how much glucose we process and how much sugars we can intake. So by applying a thermal stress, applying a physical stress, and learning to breathe, you will change the entire trajectory of your life.
Unbelievable. So this is amazing. And I appreciate everybody for listening and watching.
Yeah,
I got my benefit. So I'm happy. It's funny. These little times when you have a recalibration.
Yeah.
I've had it a few times, even in interviews.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I heard that. Everything's changing from that moment. This is one of those moments, so I'm grateful for that. So hold on, we're not done yet. We're not done. I got to ask. Yeah, we'll see, right?
Yeah.
I got to go put it into practice.
Yeah.
And I've got to get my head around, okay, cold plunge is a good thing. Cold plunge is a good thing. Cold plunge is a good thing.